How many times have you felt this way? I'm so far behind on my strength. I'm so much weaker than I used to be. I'm way out of shape compared to what I was in high school. How do I even get back to the level of fitness I used to be at? It's so far away, I don't even feel like starting. Personally, I've been there a lot. When you feel like it's been so long since you've exercised, you've kind of fell off the wagon for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it's just gotten away from you. And it's discouraging to think about starting over because you feel like you've lost all the work you've put in already. It's that feeling of, I don't want to step on a scale because I don't want to see how much weight I've gained, and I don't want to lift those weights because I don't want to feel how weak I've gotten, and I don't want to run because I don't want to see how much more tired I feel. That fear keeps you away from the gym. The best way to get over that is to just test your baseline. Not knowing your baseline is preventing you from starting. So this video today is to get your baseline. You need very minimal equipment to do some fitness testing. There's gonna be 3 tests. We're gonna do upper body strength via a push-up test, core endurance with a curl-up test, which is essentially a crunch, and cardiorespiratory fitness with a 12-minute test. You're gonna see how much ground you can cover in 12 minutes. The best part about this is that there's data out there for these same tests that you can compare your own numbers to see where you fall on that range based on your age and gender. And who doesn't love a little friendly competition? So today I invite you to take part in these tests along with me. I'm gonna share my results at the end, which I don't know how good I'm gonna do, to be quite honest. But I wanna be completely open on this channel and share that my fitness is not always peak. You see that? My fitness is not always top notch. And lately with moving around, I'm sure you've noticed in the background, things have been in a bit of chaos for me. So personally, I feel like I'm in that spot right now where my fitness is not top notch. And this is to help me get out of that funk. I invite you to join me because I want you to get out of that funk with me and just get going. Test your fitness. Let's do it.
All right, as with any standardized test, we got to go over the standards. As far as the push-ups go, hands shoulder width apart, and the depth is going to be marked by a fist. If you don't have a partner to put their fist down for you, I figured you could use an apple. This turned out to not work so well. As you can see, it actually ended up moving quite a bit. So I figured if you're to alter any standardized test, it's okay to alter it in a way that makes it harder. So I just decided to go all the way down, chest to ground, and then back up. Now for women, they are going to do push-ups from the knees, and their depth is going to be marked by the elbows being at the same height as the shoulders. So you can kind of do a couple practice repetitions, get a feel for it. Now, as far as form goes, your body does need to be in a straight line. You can't droop at the waist. If you're doing push-ups from the knees, you have to be in a nice straight line from your shoulders, or your head, I should say, to your knees. And once you're ready, you're going to start push-ups and just go until failure. Now, it's important to say that you should not take any rest. You shouldn't break at the waist. You shouldn't pause at the top. You should just continually go and have no breaks in form. Once you have a break in form, you should stop counting, and that's your number. And moving right along to the curl-up test, you need a tape measure first of all, and some Velcro strips or something to mark the ground that you can feel. You're gonna put 2 strips 3.5 inches apart, as you see here, and you need to do each side. That's gonna prevent you from leaning to one side, making sure that you have a nice, even crunch. Once you have your tape laid down, lay on the ground and find the spot where your fingers hit that first line of tape with your shoulders relaxed. 1 repetition counts as lifting your shoulders off the ground, reaching that second line of tape with your fingers, and returning back down. Make sure you're evenly hitting both sides. Don't use momentum to get up to the top. And each rep, you need to lift the shoulders, hit that line of tape, and return your shoulders back to the ground. Your head does not need to touch. So for this, you're gonna need a stopwatch. I use my phone. I set it for 2 minutes. Geez, look how serious I am in that reflection. I set the timer for 2 minutes. That way it gave me a minute to just get situated. And as soon as that minute was up, I started and just went straight through. Did my best not to use momentum. It was pretty challenging. It was definitely pretty challenging.
Okay, so the last test is the Cooper 12-minute test. Distance test. All you do is cover as much distance as you can in 12 minutes. Walk it, run it, whatever you do, just track your distance. So I'm gonna be using my Fitbit to do that, but I think it'd be easier to just have a track so I have a consistent surface to run on. I'm gonna see what Glendale Community College is all about, see what kind of track they got. Okay guys, so the track was closed, but I did find this nice open field. So I'm gonna warm up, which you should as well, before you do your 12-minute run or walk. And we'll see how it goes.
So for this, be sure to warm up for about 5 to 10 minutes, just as if you would for a run. This is a pretty intense run. What I'd recommend is picking a steady pace for this. I went out at the gate too fast, and oh, I was feeling it in the last little bit, as you'll see at the end. Pick a steady pace, try and stick with that, and then at the end, you'll have a little in the tank to speed up and really finish those last couple minutes strong.
Oh man. Yeah, buddy. I was definitely a little too aggressive out the gate, but 1.73. It went for 12 minutes, 6 seconds, so I'm gonna round it down to 1.7. That's probably generous in the favor of taking miles off. Holy crap. I went out with a goal, 1.5 miles. It really helped. I wanted to quit, but I knew I needed at least 6 laps. So to have that goal in mind, 3 to go, 1 to go, gives you that push. That last 2 minutes, wasn't worried about the speed. I was literally just thinking about keeping my feet moving. That was real. Good stuff. Whew. Let me also say, you should do a little stretching afterwards. I don't want to miss that. I was grunting at the end of that like a wildebeest in heat. Is that a saying? If it's not, trademark. Coach Caleb, you can use it, feel free. Oh man, I'm gonna go home, edit this up, and show you the results. All right guys, so a little bit later, I took a little sabbatical to hang some cabinets. My results, so on the push-up test, I ended up doing 50. Failed on that 51st. The curl-up test, I did 60, so about 1 a second. Pretty happy with that. And then on the run test, I ended up going 1.7 miles. So if you convert that to meters, that's 1.7 miles is 2,735 meters. And then if you go by the chart for standardizations, I was just shy. I was 65 meters shy of the excellent category. So I'm happy with the result, but it left me a little bit hungry for that next category. Couple little details. When you're going to the calculator for the curl-up test, which I have linked in the description, you'll see curl-up test and then a link right next to it. Be sure to click on the YMCA drop down. That way you're getting the right calculator for what I described. Push-up test is pretty straightforward. You choose your gender, you put in your age, type your reps, and it'll give you the breakdown of population average, score, and give you a rating. And the Cooper one is pretty straightforward. Take your mileage, convert it to meters. I just use Google. And then that chart that I link down below, you'll see where you fall. Find your age range, and you'll find what distance you went or what range. I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm definitely gonna work to improve next time. I wanna retest maybe at the beginning of the year and just see how I've progressed. I hope that you do these. If you do, leave a comment with your results below. I would definitely like to see them. If you have any questions on the test that I didn't answer in the video, reach out to me. I'm happy to help. And remember, whatever that baseline is, there's always room for improvement. With that being said, remember to move, live, and inspire. Have a great day.